All right, Shalom. First, let's start by saying all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is just a lesson on some precepts I gathered together on this fight and how everything we're going through is just a test, a trial from the Lord, and to keep fighting. And I'm gonna give some examples of the tests and trials that Yahushua had to go through, and etc. So I'm gonna start with this precept. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." And we look up that word wiles. I did not look it up. I'll save it. Devious or cunning stratagems employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. Wile is a noun, late Old English, wild, stratagem, trick. The wiles Esau's tricks, sly, artifice, trick, craft, fraud, stratagem. Look up that word, stratagem. Stratagem is trick, artifice, late 15th century from French. Trick, outwit an enemy. Okay. Artifice. Look at this word, artifice. Workmanship, the making of something by craft or skill. Artificer, one who makes by art or skill. All right, so ultimately, the wiles is the tricks of Satan, the stratagem of Satan. So Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10 again. "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Yahweh Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the tricks of the devil." And the armor is the truth. "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world," right? The Illuminati, the elites, that's casting all these spells and putting all these spirits out here, and they're jumping on the people, or just the spirits in general, messing with us in our mind. So, that's the fight that we got. And the people start to mess with us and pick with us and try to start stuff. But when you put on the truth, the armor of the Lord, you know how to move in this society. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12 again. "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day." Right, and we coming in the times of the evil days, man. "And having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness." Right, man. That's why it's important to have all the truth, because when you got all the truth, you know how to fight. You gotta use all the strategies and tactics and understanding in order to fight this fight, man. So that's why the Lord ain't dealing with guys who ain't got all the truth, man. Because if you ain't got all the truth, You're going to go down the wrong path. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand, therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on a breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench meaning to put out all the fiery darts of the wicked. Right, man. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Right. And Yahushua, he got tempted and tested, but Yahushua was the walking Bible. So he was able to maneuver through all Satan's tactics, you know, because that's our number one example. Is Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. It says, Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. Right, man? So it's the word, not just bread, man. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down. For it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahushua said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Right? So basically trying to tell Yahushua to commit suicide. You know, the Lord ain't playing with that, man. The Lord got an agenda, and you're supposed to follow the agenda. 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, like how Satan, the white man, did these sellouts, man. And said unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then said Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan. He rebuked Satan. For it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Right, man, and that's Exodus. That's why it's important to read. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right, man. So Yahushua is the word, and he's abiding by the word, man, which is helping him fight against Satan, man. And that's how we gonna win this fight. Yahweh is our will of the elect, is if we stay consistent in the word and use it to fight. You have to bring this. You have to bring the word into your reality and walk it, man. You can't just be saying it and quoting it because the look and sound good. You have to actually have to walk and live this truth, man. Verse 4, it says, Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. And our people do that. All these graven images, from the Caesar Borgia picture or the so-called Jesus Christ picture to whatever God they worship. That's the devil's. That's the worshiping the devil. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. And Jake, them who sold out, bowed down to this white man. When they take that chip, they bow down to this white man. And spirit, the demon Satan. They worshiping the devil, man. You know, it's a chain. It's a link. All that's linked together. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Right, so those people that does that, eventually going to come back in reincarnation and be judged. Verse 6, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, the elect, and keep my commandments. On this side, it's just going to be the elect, man. This is James chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Right, so you have to resist the devil, man. The devil can come in the form of in your mind, or the devil can come in the form of these people. Let me see what it says for the resist in etymology. Resisting of persons to withstand someone, oppose of things. Yup, to stop or hinder a moving body. Okay. To hold out against, and from the Latin, resistere, to make a stand against. Right, to stand against. Resist Satan by standing against Satan and fighting against him with the word, like how Yahushua did. And fighting Satan is fighting the demon thoughts in your mind and in your reality with these people and stuff, man. To oppose, it says to make a stand against, to oppose, stand back, withstand. Meaning against, resistere, to take a stand against. So the word resist in etymology means to take a stand against. Because ultimately, it's just a test. We're going through a major test, and our tests are every day in different levels. As you grow in the spirit, the tests get harder, but they never stop. And, even the old tests come up. It's going to be a continual battle until the end, until we're delivered, man, to the kingdom of heaven. Excuse me. Salaki. Give me 1 second. All right, this is Job's fight. Job was another major example. This is Job chapter 1, verse 1. It said, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil. Now, I'm going to look up this word, eschewed. Eschew is a verb to refuse, to use, or participate in. So he refused evil and refused to participate in evil. Stand aloof from, shun, avoid evil, mid-14th century. To shun and avoid. All right. Right, so Job avoided evil. Give me 1 second. Let's see something. All right, this is Job chapter 1, verse 1 again. And I was just looking up in the blue letter. It means the same thing, same definition. But it says there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she-asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East. Right, and that was just speaking on Job's riches. Because your riches, wealth was measured from this type of substance. And the sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed the Most High in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. Right, so he had to come stand in attendance. Satan had to come stand in attendance, answer to the Yahweh, man. And Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Esau is doing that same thing now today, all over the world, causing all types of chaos and destruction. And it's stemming from the elites. The elites, the ones who running this place, man, because the world was given to them, and the sword was given to them as a blessing. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear the Most High for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. Put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord Yahweh. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job, and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them, and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Right, and this is Satan working. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven, and hath burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Right, so as you can see, the Lord got Satan attacking Job all at once from every from different angles of things that got to deal with him. 17, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans, okay, slack it. 18, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Right. And we know the Lord killeth and maketh alive. So the Lord was just attacking Job, man, taking everything from him. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord Yahweh gave, and the Lord Yahweh hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord Yahweh. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly. So when you're going through your walk of life and your tests and trials come about, know that it's the Lord that's controlling it, and it's meant to strengthen you and purify you. The Lord is sick Satan on you, because Satan worked for the Lord. So even with these elites and dealing with these people and the demons jumping on these people and the demons fucking with us, or even trying to jump on us, because, we ain't in the kingdom of heaven yet. We're not that perfect, But, we have to use the word to fight these things off and still maintain our integrity and faith in the Lord, man. But we're going to go through stuff, and it's only going to get worse, because our family members are dying and are going to die on a greater scale than what they have been doing, because we're at the end of Esau society. So you have to prepare your mind, man. Job said again, let me read it again. Verse 19, and behold, because people tend to care more about their family than their substance. But, depending on the person in this society. Verse 19, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Right, so this fight and this battle is between us and the Lord. We have to build up our relationship with the Lord, man, in the end of all things, because Job was losing everything, and it was just between him and the Lord, man, and the Lord was using Satan to get at him. Verse 21 again, it says, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord Yahweh. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly. This is Job chapter 2, verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, and a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And when you get, your bones and your flesh touched and be made to become sick, those are demons that jump on you. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. Right, so, it's on you, but just don't kill him. Now, he just got all his substance taken away and his children. Now, verse 7, it says, so went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Right. So now he's getting everything that got taken away from him. Now he's being given a sickness also. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. And Job's wife was stronger than the women now of today, and she going through this with Job, So picture your woman now today when all hell really break loose. We know don't, when you lose your job and substance or wealth or whatever the case may be and stuff start to get hard, women eventually leave. They eventually just leave just like, Job. She didn't leave, but she's telling him to curse the Lord and whatnot. The women out of the day, they just leave. So when all hell break loose, man, it's between you and the Lord ultimately, because your wife might just walk out on you. Your wife, your girlfriend, etc. You can't put your faith and all this love and stuff in them. You have to put it in the Lord, man. Because they can only get in. They gonna get in through you, ultimately. And then you got some women that might get in without having a man. But this example of what she just said is an example for when all hell break loose. Don't be amazed and don't be like tripped out and tripping over the fact that your woman is not with you with fighting this fight of faith when they start passing out the MOTB, or it's time to get your head cut off, whatever the case may be, man. It says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. And this society was made to keep people and make our women especially weak and set them against us, man. So in the times that we living in, times that we have now, it's ultimately going to be up to the Lord. But when you with your woman, if you are really down, you're supposed to be strengthening your woman also in some type of way, But teach us on. This is This is 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 20. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and the other said on that manner. Right, so I brought this precept in just to show you how the Lord is controlling all these elements. Slack, I should have started at 19 and read it again. This is and that's the spirit too. 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 19. And he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And I just showed you the top demon, Satan, on the left hand side is answering to the Lord. And this precept, that's why it's precept upon precept. You got the right hand, the angels, and then you got the left hand, the demons. All of them, everything, all the principalities. Is that the word? Principalities. Let me look this word up. I got a mental block. But okay, I'm gonna have to keep going into that dealing with Satan. But yeah, man, all the angels and the demons and stuff answer to the Lord, man. verse 20, it says, and the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So this is an example on how the Lord using the demons. And when people lying to you, that's a demon. And that's coming from the Lord, man. That's why in the times we're living in, you have to be circumspect. You have to be sharp, extremely sharp. You have to have on the whole armor. You have to know the history. Been studying the scriptures and everything else that help bring it to life, man. Or help edify it. 23, now therefore behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets. Same thing that's going on with these false teachers now today. With Jake and them that's being asleep and don't believe. They got lying spirits on the prophets. And the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. And I'm going to stop it there. So this is what we're dealing with, man. And the Lord gave us the scriptures on letting us know what we're dealing with and how to survive, so to speak. It's like I forgot this precept, because if we endure, man, and even if we don't make it on the first resurrection, but make it on that first resurrection, if that's the best one to make it on, we're gonna be rewarded for it. Jake eventually ultimately gonna be saved, but it's best to make it on that first resurrection and get that crown put on your head by Yahushua for doing the will, for doing the work. This is Job chapter 42, verse 10. It says, and the Lord Yahweh turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Same thing was said with Peter. This is Job chapter 42, verse 10 again. And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Sorry.